Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Rupan the third, the woman called Fujiko Mine, episode number 9 reaction. Right, the previous episode we got to know a little bit of Fujiko's past through a few situations, like through one situation we got to know about it, which was this one dude who can see the future, and like whenever he says, like, mentions that this is the day someone is going to die, that's what happens, that's what becomes the day of his death. And so he predicts a few of these people's like day of death, and they die, and he ended up getting targeted. And later on we get to know from him that he used to be able to see the future like this. However, he lost that, and that is why he made a contract with someone called Count Lewis or something like that, who told him that if he's able to do the tasks that he makes him do, then by the end of it he will get back his ability. And his final task was to tell Fujiko's day of death, and he does that. He gets his ability back, and he realizes that this will be the day of his own death, which is kind of ironic because he ends up uh, like seeing his own day of death. That was his final work, and that's what happened. Fujiko in the end kills him. And yeah, and in a few flashbacks we get to see this Count Lewis, and he said something about trying to figure out if Rupan is worthy enough for Fujiko. Stuff like that is going on. So yeah, a lot of mysteries. Let's see if we get these answers. I'm sure we'll get them eventually, but yeah, let us see what happens in today's episode. Episode 9, let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Hot Springs, Hatami Hot Springs. Yeah, you know Taimori? Oh my god. Okay, I'm pretty sure those are stuck to the place. Rupan's there. Yeah, this is a scam. Bring out a real gun and just shoot. Right. Just wants to cook for him. Obviously, that's not the case. That was like a double meaning. Yup, I knew he was going to do that. Nice. Teeny desire, okay. What is this? Snake woman. Whoa. Most excellent work. Oh my god. Magic realism. Huh. Oh, Nessie. Wait, who? What? Oh, I love that disguise. Is it Fujiko? I'm somehow she will be involved with something like it. No, wait, who is this? That's not Fujiko, or is it? Oh no, it is her. Oh, living with. No, it is not Fujiko. Like her hair kind of threw me off. Wait, they're having an auction here? Oh, they are. I just realized that. I thought this was just like a. Oh, I thought this was just like a circus or something like that. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Okay, that might be Fujiko. I don't know. Because definitely this is her show. She's some way involved in this. Oh wait, is this? Yep, there you go. That is Fujimoko. That was Fujiko. Damn. Oh, Lupin is here. Oh wait, they're in the trash cans. Hey yo, that's scary. Two people coming out of two trash cans in front of you. So they like painted. Yeah, like oh my. Yeah. Damn. Hmm. I see. Oh, this is the thing that he bought from the. Whoa. Wait, Fujiko's here. Oh my god. Damn, that okay. Uh, Oh, god damn. Ah. Oh. Yeah. Oh my god, here we go. Wait. Oh my god. Okay. You go to jackfruit? Oh my god, here we go. This is where she got to see. But why is she so interested in. Wait a minute, this. Is that something in the pattern that made her like this? There's something in the pattern of the. Oh. Oh my god. A story known as life. Yeah, so she was like an experiment or something. A story known as Mina Fujiko. Yeah, and these owl-headed things are basically like effects of some kind of medication, I'm guessing. Your story. Right. And yeah, she got determined to bring her back because maybe like she's finding the similarity of, I don't know. Okay, let's. Jump in. Yeah. Oh no, this is no. Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering like it might hit her. So okay, that is crazy. Oh, right. Damn, with one hand. Okay, now we need to get out of here. Yeah. Oh, jump to the next one. Yeah. It's going to take us in the opposite direction. Oh, okay, nice. I doubt that. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, she's just there. Okay, so yeah, so Jigen like left her. Oh well, there you go. Uh, is that her? Maybe. Oh no, it's Fujiko. Is Fujiko's here? Oh, I like this is the thing. I was like, oh, Jigen left her over there. Isn't it a bit risky? Like Fujiko can easily get her then. Oh, she's there. Oh my god. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, like I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking. Like, why did he like leave her over there? Like, I can understand. Like, he was trying to. Oh my god. But like, didn't he realize that Fujiko might get her easily? Oh, wow. Oh god. Oh no, Jigen is stuck. Yeah. Yeah. Oh god. You know what? At the beginning of this show, Lupin seemed so different from the usual Lupin. Now he's reverting back to his, you know. Oh god. Our gun is dead in the boiling water. There you go. Now what? Oh, she has a knife. Hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah. It seemed as no, you seemed like you were trying to run her over. Yeah, you were literally going to run her over. Like, yeah, she's subconsciously doing something. Like, Hmm. Yeah. She reminds her of herself. Hmm. Like a doll, just like this girl. Hmm. That's why she wants to kill her. Yeah. There's no bullets in it. I'm sure. He wouldn't like wave that around if it's fully loaded in a natural gas. It's unloaded. Yeah. Yeah, that was a bluff, like I said. She's laughing at the back. Oh, Jigen is here. Don't shoot your gun. Exactly. Hmm. Hmm. Wait, they're going to. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Goemon is just there, sitting down. Oh my god. Alright. Hmm. That is it. Right. This was episode number 9 of The Woman Called Fujiko Mine. Here, we can see that we get to see the whole situation with not situation, but like Fujiko gets involved in in this thing where this one girl who has been used as a doll or a canvas for an artist or whatever. And Fujiko sees herself in her, and since she's trying to run away from her own past, trying to, you know, uh, end her past self, seeing that triggered her feelings, her past in her head, and that is why she was trying to take out this girl because she reminded her of herself. Like she was saying that, oh no, I'm trying to get her to sell her, but that wasn't the case. She was just trying to, end her because she reminds her of herself, and she's trying to run away for herself, her past, and that is why she reacted so viciously in that situation. And when Rupan pointed that out, she was like, yeah, she was rattled. She didn't know what to say. And we also get to see a little bit more, and I think I was correct in thinking that she was basically like some kind of a human, I don't know, like some kind of a test subject or something. And like there were probably these doctors or whatever who, I don't know, tried to, like, just like her whole life was basically like moving, as she said, moving, breathing, eating, everything according to someone else. And she was like, just, that was her childhood. And like seeing this girl reminded her of that, and she wants to get that out of her, like, thing. And that is why she is like, I think it was one of the previous episodes in this show that Rupan mentioned that it seems like you're trying to run away from yourself or your past self or something like that, he said. And yeah, and she herself mentioned that I cannot stop, I have to keep running away from my past that um is trying to chase me, and that is chasing me and almost getting to me. Yeah, and I think that the whole owl face you see in these people, like these owl faced people, that is probably from Fujiko's point of view, and she's seeing everyone as owl faced people because I'm guessing it's like some kind of a symbolism, or either that or some kind of a result of heavy medication she was in when she was a child. That is why she's seeing these weird scenes of butterflies flying around and owl-faced people. That, I don't know. It's either some kind of a heavy symbolism, or it's basically her in effects of some kind of a drug or something like that. Um, right. And the person who is responsible for this is this Count Louis, whatever his name was. We got to hear in the previous episode. That is what's going on. Yeah. So yeah, that was this episode. Like that's what happened. Basically, like Jigen and Rupan saves this girl, and Fujiko tries to get her, trying to kill her. But yeah, Rupan comes and confronts her. And yeah, and one thing, like I said, I think in the very first episode when I saw this show, I said something like, "Oh, like Rupan looks so different here. Rupan's personality is also so different. Like he's very kind of like, yeah, he has this goofy kind of thing with him, but he has this very serious, like very serious and dry type of personality in the beginning we saw. But then, like as we are keeping to, like we are going on with the episodes, this episode he has literally reverted back to the Rupan that we know. The goofy Rupan who's always just horsing around and just joking around. Like today's episode was literally that. Him just making a full fool of like Fujiko and just trolling her constantly. Right. Yeah. Okay. Now yeah, nothing else, nothing much to talk about. Okay, one thing I need to check here. First of all, okay, so the first thing that we saw, that I thought that was a circus. Like one girl was like taking out like a snake from her mouth through the nose, like that part. I was like, oh, this is like some kind of a circus. They're doing these plays. Then I realized it's a freaking auction. People are like buying people here. So Turns out, the backstory that they're going with for this girl is that a woman born deep in the Amazon between animal and a man. Patterns were carved into her body from birth. Yeah, and this was the girl. While obviously that was the story that they're going with, like, oh, she's born from a beast and a man or whatever. And however, the reality is that, as Fujiko said, not Fujiko, sorry, Rupan said, Nartal, where's that part? This guy, Nartal, where is it? There we go. Wait, where is that section? This is the best stage for those most excellent works of art to truly shine. Yeah, so I didn't realize that they were actually like selling people. I thought it was like a circus, and that's why they're like, oh, excellent works of art to shine. In that sense, I thought. No, this is literally, So people who have these specialities, they are being sold here. And placing the art at this very place was the ideal of the last genius artist of the 20th century who pursued magic realism. And this guy is Nartal Aiden. And his masterpiece is this girl. Where's that part? A living painting. You'll never see, or will you ever see again, a woman of such worth. The price that you'll put on her. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's what's going on. Like they come up with like a backstory, like, oh, she is like born from a beast and a woman or something like that, and from the Amazonian rainforest, all that, like, backstory. Obviously, that's not the case. It's literally like a person who has been like abused from the childhood, and this is how she grew up. And she supposedly called the best work of art of this Nartal or whatever his name is, and they're actually selling people here. And so yeah, that's what's going on. Right, and obviously then Fujiko sees that. Fujiko comes and tries to kill him because she reminds her of herself. And yeah, in the end, when Rupan like points that out, she goes into complete breakdown, and she leaves. Right. So there you go. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. Let me go through this whole episode one, like, one scene after the other, and let's see if I missed something. Okay, the first section, we get to say Fujiko, not Fujiko, sorry, Rupan and Jigen working together, and as like Rupan is like getting the help of Jigen, and Jigen is like, I'm guessing this is the beginning of their partnership. Yeah, so Jigen is shooting the doing that game, that target shooting game. And obviously in these games, like most of them are scams. The shopkeeper, they kind of just like stick the things to the shelves through either glue or through like a nail. They do it like that, and the less expensive ones are kept normally, so they're the ones that falls, and the other ones don't falls. Other ones don't fall. So like a full scam, obviously. And Jigen is shooting and nothing's dropping, and the shopkeeper's like, like maybe like it's not in your luck or something, like, and he's just you know yeah, like just talking crap, while Jigen is asking Lupin about, no, sorry, Lupin is asking Jigen like, oh, why did you accept my offer? And he's like, you know what, I'm penniless, I don't have much stuff. And yeah, like working along with you didn't sound like that much of a bad idea, and so yeah, there you go, that's fine. And since we have started this whole thing, we're in this whole thing, I'm gonna like go up until the very end. So cooperating with you seemed like the better deal. So that's why obviously they're working together. And unfortunately he's not able to get his prize, but then in the end I was like, I feel like he's going to take out his real gun and just shoot. And that's literally what he does. He takes out his real gun and shoots and gets the one thing that he wanted. Yeah, and destroying the whole shooting gallery in that process. Either way, that's that. Now here we, and after that we get to see Lupin and Jigen goes to this place. It is called a circus, like, and I also thought it was a circus. So from the outside it's like a circus, but from the inside it's like a whole illegal thing going on here, like the um auctioning of human beings. So they go in, and the first person is like this one girl who can take out like a snake from her nose, from the mouth, that thing. And everyone's like, yeah, like, so these are all people who will be sold later. And then comes in this lady, the one, like, as they say, that she's apparently a person who has been born from like a beast and a woman, like a from an Amazonian rainforest or something like that. And like, she has these marks of in their body, in her body, from birth. Obviously that's all a load of hogwash. Like, she's just like a person who has been exploited from her childhood. And this artist, he's the one who made her like this, put on these ink tattoo on her body, even like brand, like, kind of painted in her tongue, her eyelids, everywhere. And I'm guessing, like, from the childhood, like, she has been you know she's going through all of this. So the ink is probably just so deep in her skin, like, it cannot be brought out unless and until, like, it might take a long time before them to bring out the ink. So she's like permanently marked like that. um and yeah, Natal used this woman's body as a canvas, and everyone's like trying to auction her and everything. So the bidding starts, and this is where uh okay, so I'm guessing Rupan and Jigen were going to bid here, or no, not bid here, but I guess they were just going to probably make a mess and just kidnap her. That was probably what they were planning. But before that happens, Fujiko comes in, and Jigen shoots like towards Fujiko, stopping her on her tracks. Rupan grabs this girl and just leaves, and they're running away. Fujiko's following them, and yeah, in the end, Rupan and Jigen are able to get this girl and brings her to the to the inn where they're staying. So, and they are looking at her, like, looking at her tongue, and yeah, it's all just the tattoo has been printed and it's seeped deep into her skin so much it cannot be taken out. And she cannot talk as well. So turns out, obviously, as Lupin says, that she hasn't been properly taught anything. That is why she's like this. And so it's just, here we go. She's an artwork people enjoyed via the pattern and color change that occurred as she aged, or so it seems. So she hasn't been taught, she knows nothing about human etiquette, nothing. She was always treated like a painting, probably never educated well, like a human being. Right, and Jigen gives her that little doll thing that he won. Yeah, either way, here you can see Rupa just gets up and just pushes the table, and it gets up like this. Immediately, a volley of shots come in. Rupan realized Fujiko's here, and that's why he did that. And Fujiko's just there with a submachine gun, just shooting at them. And Fujiko's like, "Oh, I want that girl." So there you go. A whole chase begins here. And Rupan's like, "No, I'm not going to hand her over. Why should I?" And they start running away. Fujiko starts chasing them. Yeah, and this whole chase scene happens, and Fujiko's not able to stop them. They run away, not run away, but sail away on a boat. Now we get a little bit of a flashback as to what happened, why Fujiko's in this situation. So it turns out she saw her in the television, and that is where it triggered her. Now here I thought maybe the pattern had something in it which like hypnotized people when they looked at it or something like that. No, turns out it wasn't really that complicated. It was just Fujiko seeing her triggered her own memories of her own past, remembering how she was also treated just like this girl, and like how her past is so similar, and she's also just like a doll. Now, as you can see, Fujiko's trying to run away from her past, and that is why she is so changed. She's such a changed person now, because we can see Fujiko is like a girl who is probably like the most independent character in this show, you know. But that wasn't what was the situation before. She is like this because she's trying to run away from her past. The amount of independence and, like, like how how much she shows and how much free she is, the freedom that she shows, that is how she's living her life now. It wasn't like that before. She was a captive. And since she doesn't want to remember her past, that's one of the reasons why she's so free now, and why she's so, like, independent. At least how she's trying to be independent. And she does these like thievery and stealing, all these things. She doesn't she just like works on her instinct. That is one of the reasons why, because it otherwise reminds her of her past. That's why she wants to be free now. But obviously, since she has her past just there, just behind her, like, almost trying to get her catch up to her. Whenever anything she comes across that reminds her of her past, it immediately makes her stop, and she fears for that day, or for at least, or something, like she fears for the fact that she'll remember what she was back then, and she'll revert back, or something like that. That's why she cannot, whenever or whoever reminds her of her past, or this Count Lewis or whatever this person is, she tries to just eliminate them. In the previous episode as well, we saw that guy, he reminded her of this person, and she immediately killed him. This here again, we see this girl reminded her of herself and her past, so she immediately tries to kill her, and that's what's happening here. And here in the flashback, we see like Fujiko was like chained to like a, I don't know, like a table or something, and like there's these owl faced people are, I don't know what they're doing, whatever, like. But yeah, you get the point. She was treated like this. She was a captive. As she said, she had to smell, breathe, eat, see, everything according to what other people told her to, like a doll. And okay, what is written here? A story known as life. A story known as Fujiko Mine. Fujiko, give me your story. Yeah, so she's getting reminded of that. So she's like, yeah, you know what? I need to just kill that girl, and that's why she's here. And now back again in the chase, Fujiko's chasing Lupin and Jigen. Lupin and Jigen is like on a cable car running away. Fujiko just comes and just starts walking up the cable of the cable car, trying to get them and just shooting them at them using her submachine gun. And here you can see Lupin and Jigen realize that she's just shooting blindly. It's as if she doesn't even care if the girl gets hurt. So they realize that she's just trying to kill her. So here Lupin is like, alright, you know what? Let's do something. When Fujiko's like on top of the cable car shooting at them, they jump to the other cable car which goes in the opposite direction, and and then Lupin comes and shoots the cable car, and yeah, like Fujiko falls down. So obviously Jigen is like, not Lupin, Jigen shot it. So obviously Lupin is Jigen is like, is she dead? And he's like, oh, I don't know. And if she's dead, then that's all there was to her. And Jigen realizes that Lupin probably knows a bit more about Fujiko than he's letting on. Either way, so Jigen here decides to take the girl and leave her in like a bus stop or whatever. Now I don't know why, for what reason. Like, I feel like this was one of the most foolishest decisions that Jigen took here. Why? And like, he literally saw, like, if he really wants the best for this girl and wants to take her to like the proper authorities, like, at least do it after you deal with Fujiko. Fujiko's just out there, and you can see she's trying to kill this girl. So I don't know why Jigen thought that it was a good idea to just take her and leave her at a bus stop alone, like just expecting other people to find her before Fujiko gets to her. Yeah, and even if some police officer, and like we can see some police officers comes across her and was probably going to take her to the police station or whatever. But Fujiko comes in, and this is what I was saying. I was like, why Jigen? Like, what type of what decision was this? Like you literally saw Fujiko's trying to kill her, and this is one of the most golden opportunities for her to just come and kill this girl. Like if he really wanted the best for this girl, he should have waited up until they dealt with Fujiko and then give this girl away to the authorities. In the end, when we see them take the girl to like a temple and just leave her there, yeah, that is okay, because by that time we have dealt with Fujiko. Fujiko's not going to come back for this girl again. So it's fine now, it's safe now. Not then. That was a very bad timing in my opinion, what Jigen did there. And that was like one of the most foolish things I've ever seen him do. Like, why? Either way, like he left her there. The police come and takes her, and I was like, yeah, but I'm sure Fuji is going to get her, and that's exactly what happened. Another thing, I guess Jigen probably thought that Fujiko is dead, but like it's not that easy to kill her. So yeah, Rupan comes in and sees the place of the crash, and Rupan is like, is she really dead? No. And then he realizes that there's like a car speeding away on the road. That's Fujiko. So Fujiko comes in and rams the police car, and the girl, her toy drops out of the window. So she jumps out to get that toy, and Fujiko takes that opportunity to almost run her over with the car. But thank God Jigen was there, shoots the tire, stops her in her tracks, and then takes the rickshaw and uses it to get her away from there. But Fujiko shoots the wheels of the rickshaw, it just topples over. But Rupan comes in, grabs the girl, and he starts running. And then after that, we get to see some Rupan shenanigans, just Rupan just trolling Fujiko. Fujiko comes and tries to shoot them, but Rupan's just trolling her, runs away through the hot springs, and Fujiko almost fall in the hot springs, and he's like, oh, be careful, that's boiling hot water, you'll completely burn yourself. And that is why in the end, Fujiko, when she's like skipping over, like like she's trying to run, the fog probably made her almost drop into the water, but she stops on top of a stone, but her gun falls in the water, so it's done. Like she cannot shoot anymore. But then she brings out a knife and starts like chasing them. So she corners Rupan, but Rupan is like, oh, don't you move, I have my gun over here. If I make a spark, the natural gas, all over the place is just going to combust and we'll all die. So yeah, you don't want that, do you? So taking this opportunity, Rupan asks Fujiko a few questions, and he's like, why are you doing this? She's like, I want to sell her, that's why. And he's like, no, you're not, you're trying to kill her, you're not trying to sell her. There's no need to be this violent if you really are trying to sell her off. And obviously you can see the what's that word, the confusion in her head. So she herself doesn't even realize that subconsciously she's trying to kill her. In her head she's like, oh, I'm just trying to take her to sell her off. But no, she's doing this subconsciously because looking at this girl reminds her of her past that she's trying to run away from, and that's why she's trying to kill her. Either way, Rupan exactly like pinpoints everything and just tells her the truth that, oh, you know what, you're not trying to like sell her, you're trying to kill her. And then he says, but in reality what's happening here is that you are actually trying to, what you want is to kill yourself. Your life has been manipulated by the others. Everything in your life, stealing, eating, and even breathing, has been controlled by others. Right. Your life was ruined by the others, but you were forced to keep living nonetheless, powerless and pitiful. Yeah, you feel a connection with this woman who is similar to you. Isn't that right, Mina Fujiko? And then Fujiko's like in denial again. This time it's Rupan who makes her realize that. So you can see like she doesn't want to remember it, and anyone who's trying to make her remember about it, she tries to kill them. So like here Fujiko's like completely distraught, and you can see that she this time she tries to kill all of them. You know, she jumps in because she literally points a gun at herself and tries to shoot it. And obviously, if that was a real gun, the spark, obviously the bullet would kill her, but the spark would take everyone out with them. So she was literally trying to just kill everyone in this place. But I was like, yeah, in no way is that happening, because that either it's a blank gun or it's something else. Because this is one thing we always know about Lupin. He loves bluffing. And in situations, he'll bluff. It's such a situation where it's too risky to find out the authenticity of the bluff. Like, for example, this situation is where he bluffs by saying, oh, I have a gun, and if I shoot it, this whole place will blow up. So you cannot even check the authenticity of the bluff, because if it's not a bluff, then you're all dead. So this is the time when Lupin bluffs, is that a time when it'll be difficult to check the authenticity of the bluff. So the enemy is always rattled or lowers their guard, trying to think what to do. Like situations like this. Here's where he bluffed. He was like, yeah, this gun is loaded, but it was a water gun in the end, as we get to see. And like it's a very good way of bluffing, obviously, because if people are stuck trying to figure out if your bluff is an actual bluff or not, and cannot even check the authenticity of it, you've won the game almost. You've half won the game. And even if they call you out on that bluff, and try to like prove you wrong, you'll at least get the little amount of time that they spend to think about it, and and they'll lower their guard to plan your next move. So it's a very interesting thing. And situations like this, where Fujiko literally just tried to shoot herself, since it's a bluff, it's not going to work. Since it's a bluff, it was a bluff here. So the bluff, it's just water thing. So yeah, this is like one of the best ways of bluffing. Like bluff in a situation where it's difficult to check the authenticity of the bluff, and it'll give you time to think of your next move or do something about it. So yeah, that's what happens. It doesn't work. So at this point, Fujiko's like, yeah, you know what? And Jigen also comes in, so it's all over. Lupin does tell Jigen, like, you know what? Don't do anything with that gun, please, because yeah, we're all dead otherwise. So Fujiko just leaves after that, all dejected. And Jigen is like, what is up with that girl, and what is up with you? You also know something about her. And he's like, yeah, I won't tell you so easily. In my mundane life, I finally found a treasure. Right. And there you go. And then after that, you can see Jigen and Lupin. I think like they put on. I'm not really sure what that is. What is that? Makeup? I'm not really sure what it is. But she like he puts something in her face, on her face, and takes her to like a temple, and leaves her there. So hopefully everything will go well here. Good people will find her and probably take her to, like, I don't know, like to like an organization, maybe like an orphanage or something. I don't know where they'll take her, but somewhere, like a good place. But then you can see Fujiko's just like completely in, like, just completely dazed, just walking on the road. And here he meets Goemon, and that's where it ended. So yeah, that was it. That was my reaction to episode number 9 of Lupin the Third, The Woman Called Fujiko Mine. Yeah, let's see where this goes. So that is it. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Lupin the Third, The Woman Called Fujiko Mine. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.